And then I went on for a master's doctorate in clinical up east at Princeton. And I finished with that, and I've been counseling kids for a few years. And I've always kind of wanted to go on radio and share my different views on things.
Well, that is good. That is good. And as a child psychologist, Dr. Plummer, as a child psychologist, would you say your last name of Plummer is fitting? Because in many ways you are cleaning out the minds of our children like a plumber would clean shit out of the toilet. And that if you follow the analogy through, we are shitting all over our children today in 2014, and we need some dork like you, a child psychologist, to come in and plumb it.
Well, I mean that's quite a way you've got of saying something there, but yes, I think in many ways we've socialized our children in a way that didn't necessarily encourage the best in them, didn't necessarily encourage them to sex, Freudian slip, but didn't exactly encourage them to self-actualize. And like kind of Hillary Clinton said, it takes a village, and the community and the individual both have to take on some responsibility for raising each child.
Well, that was kind of well spoken, but it is just getting extremely boring already in this new season of the Graveyard Cowboy. So I'm just gonna play a song, Dr. Plummer, so you can just kind of warm up, because I can tell you are very nervous, Dr. Plummer. So I'm just gonna play some Two Live Crew from back in the day. That I like, and it says, get loose now, because you need to get loose, Dr. Plummer, you're too tight.
Don't let the party die. Drop.
Check this out, say something brand new that'll make you shout. For you and all to see the dopest rhymes said by me. Listen, it's facts for all to know how to rock a body, keep it proud on the go. It starts with the beat, then comes the rhyme. This dance that's hard to keep you on town. We'll add a little scratch to give some flavor, so the beats will be right for you to say. But there's only one way to move the crowd. Mix level up high, body level up loud. Just do your best, you gotta believe in what you want. You'll soon achieve. It's who you know. To get your juice, I started with rhymes and I get loose. This is a section, somewhat of a rehearsal. So sucker MCs, don't take it personal. I don't mean to talk about you or put you down, but I can loose out the dome going freestyle. You see the point I'm trying to make comes out so clear that I'll be busting lyrics till I leave here. I don't claim to be the best, I'm funky, not fresh. I just wanna get respected with all the rest. You see, I come from down south, talk slick out my mouth. I went to New York and got kicked out because they don't like me, they dislike us as a whole. Cause the music we make touches home, we got souls. So tell the truth, it's monkey see, monkey do. We cuss on the record, now you wanna cuss too. From high top fades to Jerry Curl Juice. Watch Marquise, y'all, as I get loose.
All right, we are back, and this is the Graveyard Cowboy on the Graveyard Cowboy radio show, and Dr. Jeffrey Plummer has taken a time out because of his nerves, but we are kindly encouraging him to feel at home here, and I do have someone with me right now that does feel at home, and that's AJ from the After Party show. Thanks for staying aboard and talking to me.
Oh, hey, man, hey, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. What up, man?
Yeah, so tell us about how the past the recent 3 or 4 months for the after party show has been. Like, what are some of the highlights you could go over?
Man, well, I tell you, man, it's a lot of highlights, man. We'll be sitting here all night talking about them, but I mean, it's been all love, man. Since we touched down in Atlanta from DC, you know what I'm saying. We've been rocking it since September on atlwebradio. So you know what I'm saying. For everybody that's tuning in, man, each and every Friday, 8 to 11, man, same channel, just a different time slot, man. But it's been dope, man. You know what I'm saying. Met a lot of good people. That's what it's all about: networking and having fun, man, and just spreading the love.
Right on. And if you could say, you know how companies may do those cheesy things of like, these are our core values, these are our core principles.
Yeah.
If you could have a core value or a core principle for the after party show, and it had to be only one word, and that one word could not be love. Mm-hmm. No, don't use love. That's too easy. What would the core principle be?
The core principle of the after party show, in one word, I would say, man. Damn, that's a good question. One word.
It's a big decision.
It's a big decision.
I'm kind of a hypocrite because I don't know if I could answer it about my own show.
in one word, right? Oh man, I put it all together. It's two words, but when I say that, it's all one word, and that one word is turn up, man. Just turn up. That's what we do, man.
Turn up.
Turn up.
Yeah. It's almost like for your one word, you're describing the movement of the frequency of energy. We're gonna take the energy and we're just gonna tune it up. Whether it can be a little sharper, a little more in tune, or even a little louder if you're lacking.
Turn up, man. That's what we like to do, man. Turn up all the way. Goddamn.
Yes, sir. And you and Carrie have been doing this for 3 years, and you have a big following in DC, I hear.
Yeah, man. We've been doing the after party show. June will be 3 years, man. It's kind of crazy because a lot of people don't know. When I designed the after party show, I kind of had 3-4 months to put it together. I had a time frame, and I was looking for people. I was looking for a co-host actually, and within those 3-4 months, I really couldn't find anybody that I could vibe with. So I kind of went into the first show on my own, and Carrie was actually a guest on that show. And the interview went so well, you know what I'm saying, I pulled it to the side on the break, and I was like, look, I've been looking for a co-host, you know what I'm saying, I'm feeling it, the vibe, you answering these questions real good, what's up? I need a co-host. And she immediately said yes. And that was I'll never forget it. That was June 20th of 2011. That she gave me the yes. It was almost like a marriage. You feel what I'm saying? So
and the rest is history.
And the rest is
from
history.
that moment on, my life was never the same.
Never the same.
And that's the beginning of your movie, of your autobiography and
film.
And from that moment on, my life was never the same. Then you have a song come on, and that introduces. You start rolling the credits.
Start rolling the credits. Yeah. It's never
based on the memoir by AJ.
Yeah, I'm trying to flag her in here. You know what I mean? You know, she's out there in conversation. But yeah, man, she's real dope, man, and everybody loves her, man. You know, follow on Instagram, Twitter, man. You'll see all the love that she gets, man. Real dope chick.
Right on. So what about recent stuff? Y'all talk about any of the recent? No. I need to get back in my body, and I apologize for leaving real quick, but Well, what about that? No. I need to get back into Graveyard. And so what I'm trying to say, AJ, but I'm having some difficulty is Fort Hood. Wasn't there a shooting there today?
Man, actually, it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. And matter of fact, it was the day before yesterday. And what's crazy is I didn't hear about it because I'm always on the go. I wish there was 27 hours in a day instead of 24. I'm like constantly on the move. And when I have downtime, if I'm watching TV, there's only two things I'm watching. It's either CNN or First 48. You know what I'm saying? They go hand in hand. You know what I mean? And I actually had somebody ask me if I heard about the Fort Hood shooting, and I was like, nah. I said, that's kind of old. That happened, a few years ago. They was like, no, it was another one. And I was like, oh man, that's crazy. So, man, my condolences, man, go out to the family and the friends of the victims of the Fort Hood shooting, man. That's just terrible. And what's crazy is a lot of people know, a lot of people don't know. I was in the United States Army, and I was stationed at Fort Hood from '98 to 2001. And I was at Fort Hood, and Fort Hood is just a beautiful post. It's in the city of Killeen, Texas, and so my heart, man, it touches home when I hear a shooting at Fort Hood because I lived there. You know what I mean? And,
absolutely. I was born in Texas.
I know.
I
I was born in Marshall, Texas.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
even though y'all already had a connection.
Yeah.
We got a connection.
I'm a fancy Houston boy.
Okay.
Marshall, what is that?
That's it's 2 hours east of Dallas, man. It's right near Longview. Right before you get to Shreveport.
Yeah. Now, don't they have a football team? Does okay?
Yeah. Every now and then they're okay. Yeah, Marshall. Yeah, they every now and then they might go 0-16 one year and then they mess around and win a championship.
Well, if it's any indication of the degree of our athletics at my public school in Houston, I was captain of the basketball team.
Okay. All right.
That is not going to happen for me at Marshall High School. I can guarantee you that is not going to happen there.
Marshall High School, man. That's cool. Nah, Marshall got a good basketball team.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, I was a small forward. I shot outside. I was real slow.
Okay.
Imagine that. But Carrie is here joining us, just popping in like, oh yeah. By the way, I was already here. The camera just wasn't pointed at me. Yeah. So how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to be back on ATL Web Radio, and I'm just starting to think more like an artist. Before I don't know what I was thinking like, but I'm thinking more like an artist now. And do y'all think of yourselves more as news people, as journalists, or as artists?
We're definitely not artists. I like to consider us urban informants. What you think, AJ?
Urban informants. That sounds like.
I like that.
Oh, okay. So where are the hot spots right now? Where do I need to avoid if I have a truckload full of coke? That sounds like urban informants.
You need to stay off of 285, Route 20.
No. Stay off of 85 and 75. 285 you might be able to.
Okay.
85 and 75. Don't.
Right. So when the B's and C's call me from the west side, I should say, well, if you need some more information, just call AJ and Carrie.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will do that next time, but I just don't want to alarm you if you get a random visitor showing up. He's actually coming to ask for advice.
Yeah, we'll make sure we'll make sure they move and groove through the city. Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about the after party show in one word, a core principle. I put the question to AJ, and it's difficult. You got to boil down the core principle, the core value of the after party show in one word, but you cannot use the word love.
Entertainment.
Ooh.
Entertainment. The after party show is pure entertainment.
I like that one. I ain't saying.
Everything that you could think of to entertain yourself will happen on the after party show.
Absolutely. Now, do you want to take a guess at what your co-host picked for his one word?
No, I really don't. What did you say?
Turn up.
Turn up. Okay. I figured that.
Yeah. Turn up.
I figured that. Turn up. Definitely. We do turn up. Every show.
Yeah, I put it together.
So
hashtag.
Yeah. It's like a
So for the business motto, underneath your name, turn up entertainment.
Turn up entertainment.
That's how it's done, and that'll be $15 consultant fee.
I thought it was free nowadays.
No.
Consulting was
I mean, no. It is good. It is good. I think it is completely free. Actually, I don't charge for anything. Actually, I'm a very impoverished young man. But moving on to happier subjects. I'm just thinking about how broke I am and how little money I have, and I'm.
Oh man, it's real out here, man.
You see the bottle I brought? It's like a pearl bottle. That shit is like $9.99. That's not a Ciroc bottle. It's not a Grey Goose bottle. It's not Patron.
Yeah. And now, have y'all saved money coming down from DC to ATL?
Absolutely.
Okay, DC prices are a lot more pricey.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Absolutely. For where I'm at now, you couldn't even get a studio for what I'm living in right now in DC.
Ooh.
I'm trying to tell you, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive. It's
Very
like
expensive.
Living in New York. Living in DC is like living in New York. So like New York, a studio apartment is what, like $1,200, something like that. It's about the same in DC for a studio.
For a studio apartment. Yeah.
And it's a box.
Yeah.
It's like 500 square feet.
Wow. Well, let's do a round of rapid fire questions. Yeah. You got 5 seconds. 5 seconds to respond. I ask you a question, then you.
All right.
Who is your favorite writer of all time?
Robert Frost.
Who is your favorite writer of all time?
Zane.
Zane. Is that from a TV show?
You're a fucking creep. No,
Zane.
she's a sex book writer.
Oh my
She
good
writes all
man.
sex books, and she has a Skinamax series.
Oh my goodness.
So you're talking about an erotica writer.
Man, you should see the book covers, man. Oh, Lord have mercy.
And Robert Frost, I don't know who that was. Was he soft porn too?
The Road Not Taken, stuff like that.
No, I know. He's a New England poet, libertarian, old white guy. Got real ugly, read poetry at Kennedy's wedding, and he's quoted in every inspirational, cheesy anthology. And everybody claims to take the road not taken. You know, 2 roads diverged. One was for the pussy masses, and one was for the true independent spirit. And everybody says, "Oh, I'm the true independent spirit. I took the road not taken." The hell you did! You took.
I took the one less traveled.
Oh man.
Right.
That has made all the difference.
Right.
I take Martyr.
Everybody is a trailblazer.
Yeah,
I'll take Everybody's a trailblazer.
I take Martyr.
Who's your favorite writer?
Walt Whitman. Actually, that's not my favorite writer. I just got nervous with the 5 seconds and blurred something out. That's right. I got so nervous I just had to say something real quick.
Walt Whitman. Oh man.
But he is in the top 5 at least. Or top 10. I got in the general area.
Okay.
Yeah. But perhaps you're talking about poetry, American poets. Okay. Now, what about the favorite singer of all time?
Favorite singer of all time in 5 seconds. I have a lot. I'm really like an old. Look, it's gonna be more than 5 minutes.
5 seconds.
5 seconds. I'll tell you right now. I'm really like an old school person at heart. So like Anita Baker, Teddy Riley, like stuff like that. Luther Vandross, Stevie Wonder. Like, those are my favorites. What about you, AJ?
I had to say ZZ Hill. I like ZZ Hill. I'm a blues guy. I like blues. ZZ Hill is one of the dopest blues guys that I ever know. Cheating in the next room. What y'all know about that ZZ Hill?
You are not Kevin Cocktails.
Now we've got our producer coming on, Jamal Whitehead Senior. And when I first saw your name, I was thinking Whitehead.
You mean like, oh, it's like a black man who has been so indoctrinated with the white man's game, he is whitehead.
He's whitehead. He's
He is
whitehead.
whited. He is whited. You know, what'd you do with Jay-Z after you offered him a record deal? Oh, he got whited. That's exactly what happened. What happened after the first time Obama played dirty in politics? He got whited. But that's not how Jamal is. Jamal's the other way around. He unwhites
He's
you.
unwhite.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I'm gonna go to a good unwhited song, which is the Fuck Shop. The Fuck Shop, Two Live Crew. Yes, sir.
What? The fuck shot? Okay.
Get on up, let me bust a rock.
I know a place just down there 2 streets. Baby, they don't ask you no questions and give you clean sheets. Welcome to the Fuck Shop!
There's only one place where we can go, where the price is right, just to fuck up. Oh, it's always popular with the girls and the guys, 'cause for all my money, it's the Best Buy. $10, 2 hours in the time of the stay, it's more than enough time to slay. Each room has a bed and also a sink, so you can wash your dick at the fucking bank. But be careful of the things that you use, 'cause you can get arrested for sex abuse. So as you hit the door and the panties drop, a lot of sucking and fucking at the fuck shop. Please come inside and make yourself at home. I want to fuck, 'cause my dick's on bone. You little whore, behind closed doors, you would drink my cum and nothing more. Now spread your wings open for the flight. Let me fill you up with something milky and white, 'cause I'm gonna slay you, rough and painful. You innocent bitch, don't be shameful. Break out the ice cubes and the hot water. This is the second half and not the second quarter. I'll fuck you till you sleep. You'll sleep like a baby. And in your dreams, you say I'm crazy in the fuck shop. You're in the fuck shop, baby.
Yes, and it's the Graveyard Cowboy. We're back from Two Live Crew, going back into the profanity days when, you know, I remember in the 80s, I can't speak for everybody here. In fact, I can't speak for anybody but myself when I say us white people. Us white people were listening, and actually I can't speak for other white people either. and actually, I'm not even sure I can speak for myself, but I will say one of the things that comes to mind with Two Live Crew is there was some public outrage at the lyrics and how nasty it was. And that's one of the things I remember. And Jamal, our producer, is here. What do you remember about Two Live Crew?
Oh man, Two Live Crew was a happening time down south. We had a lot of Miami basers doing their thing here in Atlanta, and Two Live Crew was probably one of the more prolific groups. They actually had a message with their music. Luke, he stood up for Southern rappers at a time where Southern rappers didn't even, stand up for themselves or even know that they needed to. I don't know if a lot of people even remember when Luke had the thing with back and forth with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. It was like, I really dig Luke because, he really like stood up for the South and helped it to where a lot of the other brothers that are down South, stuck up for the South. But, more importantly, Luke was the guy.
Yeah. I think that's him calling, right? Right.
I might be called. That's the way it goes there for me. Yeah, man. Yeah. Get me right. But Luke did his thing, though, man. Luke was the man. Luke is still a man. He's even more so the man now. Yeah. In politics and shit. He's working his way like heavily into doing a lot of things. He's put a lot of cats into like the NBA and the NFL, man, with his camps from right out of Miami, man. So big ups to Luke Skywalker, the whole Two Live Crew, the whole Skywalker Records, man. Real talk.
And I have to say I like the original Luke Skywalker as well. So there's the white Luke Skywalker and the black Luke Skywalker, and both are very good guys.
Both of them are great.
But both of them are working for the good guys. So Carrie, what are your thoughts going back to your early childhood? What's one of your fondest memories? In general, yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm a military brat. I'm an Army brat.
I mean, it can be something simple, like the way the sunset looked when I was 6 at that one military base.
The best memories that I have are when I lived in Belgium. I lived in Belgium for a little while. I was born in Germany.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
I lived in Belgium.
What city in Belgium? Brussels.
Brussels.
Okay.
Everybody lived in Brussels.
And it's a beautiful country, Belgium. Beautiful. Did you ever go to Bruges?
Yes.
Bruges, one of the most polished cities on earth.
I wish I was there like now so I could really enjoy like the adult shit that I could have
Right.
Like, the fact that they don't have a speed limit in that area, so I can get a sports car and drive like 25 miles an hour and I get a ticket. I can't do that on 85 here. But
You'll go to jail here trying to do that
you
shit.
go to jail.
Yeah.
In jail.
Girls, legs, and all.
Yeah,
No man will do it. Yeah, just like that.
For what's a fun Saturday night in Europe, you go to jail for here, basically.
Exactly. They will lock you up.
Yes.
But I mean, all of my vague or my most vivid memories, I guess I could say, are from Belgium. Like I was in elementary school, so I learned how to speak French. And I don't know it now, so don't ask me.
Okay.
But
You're setting yourself up saying that too.
I put the disclaimer on.
Yeah. You did. You beat them to the punch right there. Yeah.
You're gonna ask me, but and of course it's mandatory, on the military base for the military schools for the children to learn French and all of that good stuff. And the food is amazing.
Belgian waffle.
The Belgian waffles, the chocolate croissants, and all of that good stuff is amazing. The people, the culture.
Yeah.
It's way different than over here in the U.S. So I spent the majority of my younger life overseas. So coming back here is a little bit different, but I enjoyed it way better in Belgium.
Fantastic. And as a military brat, how do you feel about the recent shooting in Fort Hood? They identified the shooter today,
And that's fine, and I don't really care.
Yeah. It's just another tragedy in a series of tragedies.
Exactly, a series of tragedies.
It's a crazy time, man.
That they
Yes.
knew, that they know that's coming, and they knew that was gonna happen, and it's just they make it this big thing on media, like they didn't know, and oh my God, it's this big tragedy, but just like 9/11, they knew about that. They knew it was coming. They had a prior warning many of signs. You know, my mom was in the Army. She actually worked for Homeland Security, so I kind of have, I'm a little biased on, everything that's been going on.
I understand, but you're probably right in this instance. There were many warning signs that they very much ignored.
They ignore them.
Yes.
There are many signs, and they think that people will not, because they have so many threats, which I understand that. They have so many signs and threats from people, so they don't.
Yeah. I mean, you drive yourself neurotic if you took every threat 100% seriously. Yes.
Exactly. So, they always know that something could happen, but they don't know who will actually follow through on it.
Right, who's going to do it.
Exactly. So, like this recent incident, they probably had plenty of warnings, and they just didn't think somebody was going to follow through on it, just like this missing fucking plane. How the fuck do you lose a fucking
that still
plane?
hasn't been found yet.
Nobody knows
that is the craziest thing.
Nobody knows where no parts are, no people, nothing. A 300 and something person passenger plane is gone. You got to be.
We'll get tapes in a little while.
Me.
You start seeing tapes in a little while.
You gotta be shitting me to tell me that you did not know or you do not know where this plane
Well,
went.
from what I understand, they've identified like 2 people that boarded that had fake passports.
Yeah.
So it's like with that.
They know what happened.
Yeah, you know
but
what.
It's just
what
all
down.
about. It's all about what they release to the public. But they know exactly what the fuck
right.
happened. How the fuck do you use? How do you lose a plane that's that big?
Right.
Of course.
I think that's one of those things right now that
happened.
we're just not being told the whole story.
Yeah, of course. But what are your speculations?
That is a major tragedy.
I mean, of course, it's a tragedy. I mean, it's something that.
I mean, beyond just
I
the
think
plane
it's
getting
terror
hijacked.
Related. I do think it's.
But I mean, do you think they're all on an island somewhere that's untrackable?
I don't at this point.
I don't.
Too much time has passed at this point.
I think that plane got I can't say derailed because it's not a train, but it got off track or whatever, and they know where the plane went. They know, and I think that the plane possibly could have crashed, and those people are dead.
So your speculation is they are all dead.
They're dead.
They just don't want to completely confirm it for some reason.
Because America and the U.S. and just the world in general will go into a state of attack. It will kill.
Perhaps. I mean, you mean like a terrorist shot it down?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Or
a terrorist.
Or China shot it down with a nuclear missile. They might cover that up.
Not even shooting it down. Just like 9/11, where it were people that actually boarded the plane who actually just crashed the plane. So it's things different. Theories or whatever that could have happened with it, but that plane is gone. The plane has crashed. Those people are dead, and they just don't want to send America or the world into panic because of things like 9/11 and the thing that just happened with Fort Hood and all of that. They don't want to send everybody into panic, but that shit is gone. Them people are dead. That plane is gone. It's been there. It's been gone.
Yes.
It's been gone. Like there's nothing that nobody can tell me to say that those people are alive. Those people are dead. Eventually, the plane has to run out of gas.
Well, of course, but
even if nobody hijacked it or
what
nothing,
I'm saying is,
crash.
Could they not be alive and their whereabouts are being covered up because people want them alive and they want them out of the public eye, like it's faking a bunch of deaths or something?
No, wasn't it like a foreign plane or something? It was like
it
a
was
foreign airline.
Malaysia Airways.
Yeah,
Malaysia.
it was a foreign airline.
Yeah.
No.
Nobody important.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I think there were two U.S. Two U.S. citizens on the plane that was spoke on, and then a lot of Malaysian business people and so forth. So, but it's just, I mean, and this is one of those situations like we haven't seen like a big cover up in a long time, but I do believe this is a fucking major cover up going on.
Big ass cover up.
Yeah, I believe that. I'm definitely with that. I'm praying that they're just being held hostage, but based on the fact that it hasn't been reported what the fuck is really going on, I'm really believing that. It's a major tragedy that's taking place.
That's a good theory.
Point.
I never thought about that they were being held hostage. That is a good theory because they keep saying that they have not found any parts of the plane or
that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping
any parts of bodies from the plane.
Right.
So they could.
And there hasn't been any video delivered thus far.
Nothing.
Saying hey, we got these people and we're killing them one at a time until you do this or that or the other. None of that's been taken. None of that's taken. And plus, again, there wasn't enough Americans. It's like you're doing this to a place that like I said, it was predominantly
airline.
Right. It was predominantly Malaysian business people that were on the plane. From what I understand. That's what's speculated. That's what
it's a cover up. It's like 9/11. It's a cover up. It's a cover up.
No. You think with 9/11 it was actual terrorists that got the building, but they knew about it and they turned the other way, or do you think the government actually might have done it?
I think that from my personal just experience with, well, this is like really personal to me. I don't know. I haven't even told you guys this. Like the 9/11 thing is so close and dear to me, and this is why I work so closely with my mom and does her nonprofit for wounded widows and military veterans. That's her nonprofit because she was actually supposed to be in a meeting on the side of the Pentagon where the plane hit when it hit.
Oh my God.
And she had an out processing physical because she was retiring. And she wanted to change the appointment because she had the meeting, but they were like, we don't have any more appointments for 3 months, so that you have to have this appointment this day at Fort Myer.
Wow.
So when she walked out of her doctor's appointment at Fort Myer, anybody that's familiar with the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, like Fort Myer, you can walk out and you can look at the Pentagon. She walked out of her appointment and watched the plane hit the Pentagon.
Oh, man. Wow.
So, you know, and she worked for Homeland Security and all of that. And so it's just like, to me, and just from talking to her and just being around like military people or whatever, like they knew that was going to happen.
Okay.
Like they didn't think that it was really going to happen because of how massive it was. And they didn't think that anybody really had the balls to do it, but they knew it was going to happen. And they could have took proper security precautions to make sure that it didn't happen, and they didn't.
Gotcha.
So, you know, I'm just like, okay, so now stuff like this Malaysian airline and fucking 300 and people missing, you know, it's just like, really? 9/11, y'all let the plane crash into the Pentagon. Y'all let them take out 2 towers in New York. Y'all just, you know, another plane crashed in Pennsylvania on the way to D.C. So, you know, like, it's just not believable to me that you just don't know where these people are. It's not believable to me. The government is covering it up for whatever reason, and it might be for a good reason. It might be for a good reason, just to make sure that everybody doesn't go crazy. You know, that at the end of the day, if you knew that terrorists was hijacking planes every other day, or not even terrorists, just people, just random people that just want to do harm to people.
Yeah, I wouldn't fly.
Hijacking planes, you wouldn't fly.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't flown still.
It would affect the sales of airline tickets and all of that other stuff. It would affect a lot of stuff with the economy.
Yes, there were economic false confidence reasons for not protecting against it.
Economic downfall.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's going to affect the economy.
Better not to say anything and hope they just don't pull it off and it doesn't go through.
Exactly.
And nobody knows any of the better, and the economy continues to rise rather than what's happened.
At the end of the day, the U.S. runs on money.
Yes, and
So
money
when the
and many
falls, everything else crashes.
and what does money run on? Expectation? You know, I don't know. You know, I mean, just
in
the
America,
confidence.
only in America, only in America, and that's a beautiful thing, I might add. Very beautiful thing.
Well,
I got big expectations.
I mean, it would be great to be able to trust, you know, what we're told on the news and, you know, all of that good
Yeah, that
stuff.
would
But at
be
the end of
nice.
the day,
That's just not the deal.
It's not the deal. It is not the deal. And even if you weren't, like, to me, I'm a military brat, so you know I'm biased.
Well, I'm
But even
no.
outside
You
of
saw
that-
a lot of the
but
bullshit.
But even
firsthand.
outside of that, with having common sense, with a lot of the stuff that's been happening
right.
within the last at least 5 to 10 years. As far as like national tragedies that's been going on, like you can't be that blind to the fact that something is going on.
Yeah. And we don't want to be any more scared than we already are.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, if you started giving them more graphic stuff, more of the
handle it.
details, absolutely, the fear wave would not be worth the loss of
Look,
social
I'm gonna tell you
stability.
some really funny
Yeah.
shit. Now, y'all gonna laugh at this. My wife and I pulled up at a Walmart on Memorial Drive, and it was a Arabian gentleman in a Toyota, and he was on an iPhone, and he appeared to be doing some, you know, maybe texting, maybe tweeting, could have been Facebook, and who the fuck really knows. But the scene just was so eerie. And my wife just made a statement, and I picked up on a statement, and before you knew it, you know, we had in our head, what if this motherfucker's gonna blow up this fucking Walmart? Let's go to the next Walmart. I mean, and that's just the feel that, you know.
It is a fear that you have. now.
Really. So, I mean, and this was like weeks ago. You know, 12 years, you know, 11 years after, 13 years after fucking the World Trade Center accident.
Yeah.
I mean, tragedy.
I mean, with your always.
That's true. You never know.
I mean,
never
so,
know, though.
and then as we pulling off, though, you know, she says to me, what if we pull up at the next Walmart and it's another motherfucker looking just like that, doing the same thing. Are we going to go to the next Walmart?
Yeah. Then you're in a
And I
state
said,
of
well, damn.
paranoia.
Yeah, I said, well, damn, baby, we got to get these damn diapers and this toilet paper.
Hence-
So we're going to have to stop at the next Walmart.
But hence
Let's just hope we don't see their ass.
But that is exactly the point that we were. That's exactly the point that we were just talking about. That we were just making as far as like the fear factor. Like there are other things that are going on, but we are only.
And
going
we just
to,
really don't
We are
fucking
only
know.
going to get exposed to so much to keep down that fear factor,
Right,
so that
right.
people can function on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like if they were really to be like, okay, this Malaysian airline was taken over by Russians, and the Russians want to kidnap the Malaysians, and the Malaysians want to kill everybody in the U.S., and the U.S. is going to get taken over, and all that. Like, we can't handle that.
Yeah.
Everybody in the U.S. will have a fucking mental breakdown. They start killing people.
Don't.
They would start flying to Jamaica
Chaos.
and
Utter
shit.
chaos.
Like, niggas
Utter
would-
chaos.
It would be chaos.
Just like what they prophesizing, like the I Am Legend and all that kind of motherfuckers run over each other and shit.
It would be pure chaos.
Craziness, man.
It would be pure chaos.
You don't want to hear the whole truth because you can't handle the truth.
Real life.
I just had to get that
but
done.
that is real. No, but that is real. Like we cannot handle
Like,
the truth to function daily. We cannot handle the full
the
truth.
pulse of American society would fucking go crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they tweet that shit so much until it just.
Oh, and social media is a
oh my
whole
God.
nother like.
Yeah, it'd be crazy,
factor
man.
into
It'd be
that.
crazy, yeah. Because I mean, they are already publicizing hoax. So, I mean, let some real shit just like really get out there.
Exactly.
Crazy, man.
All right. Well, thanks.
Welcome back, Cowboy.
Yeah, it's good to be back. We're going to go to music. Yeah, thanks for being on, Carrie and AJ After Party Show. Jamal
We're gonna go
Whited.
turn up, 'cause AJ
ATO
turned it down
Radio is back. We have begun a new
Wake up,
era. Two Live Blues.
Blues review this evening. Yeah. That's right, sir.
I bring home the bacon. Bitch, I'm putting in your hand. But behind my back, bitch, you been seen with another man. Oh, girl, I just had to shed a tear. Bitch, you got to leave him. Is it me or him, baby? So long, my motherfucking dear. Come lay your black ass down right beside me. Hold on to my dick while I grab a little bit of that pussy. Suck it right. Bitch, suck it all night. And if you're asking me to eat some pussy, I'll choke your black ass all night. That's it. Since my baby left me, I've been doing well on my own. Fucked the neighbor's wife and broke up a happy home. Now the bitch wanna live with me, this long dick Chinese. Bitch, if you can't fry rice, well, get your bullhead ass out tonight. I took this raggedy bitch down on Southwest 8th Street. I fucked that bitch from the cones on her head to the bunions on her motherfucking feet. I said, bitch, as long as your pussy is, it's a goddamn sin. I got a chest to keep from falling in.
Lord. I said, listen, bitch. I ain't gonna say it doing any goddamn time.
All right, the Graveyard Cowboy is back here tonight. Bye-bye, Carrie.
You're wonderful.
You have a great night. Have a great night with AJ, and keep us posted about all the happenings all the time. Tomorrow, during the day, I'm fairly free, other than the blessed gift of sleep.
Okay, I'm gonna send you something. Carry on. I'm gonna send you something.
Okay, fantastic. And you can take my number from one of those flyers too. That says the Graveyard Cowboy Radio Show. And all right, so we will chat tomorrow, and the and I better show up. I better put. It's free. So I'm gonna have to come, and I am the Graveyard Cowboy, and I am coming after AJ and Carrie, and you are looking right there. That's right. It's a Palm Beach area code 561. 561. And okay, and after that, I was glad I didn't have to say all 10 digits on the air. That would have been very, very crazy. Although, you know, one of the problems here is that I am constantly in the crossroads, and I love the theme of the crossroads. I'm constantly at the crossroads of planned artistry versus spontaneous improv. And being at that crossroads in talk radio is absolutely fantastic, because it's what you've planned beforehand and what you have not planned meeting together, and that is the crossroads. Two things synthesized to become one thing, and the sum of the parts is greater than the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. As in one way Hegel said that, in another way every philosopher says that, and just uses a different vocabulary word, and then acts like their philosophy is the big thing. But that's neither here nor there, because this is just an entertainment talk show. And since we have guests, I've kind of got to stick to one character. Obviously, right now, I'm in the Graveyard Cowboy. And there are times when I will come on as the Graveyard Cowboy, and then I will talk to Dr. Plummer and they'll both be like fictitious characters, and whoever the actor is behind it all, I mean, we just don't even mention him. So the two fully developed characters, and even the Graveyard Cowboy could interview other characters other than Dr. Plummer. So it's like, if I'm here and I'm the Graveyard Cowboy and I say, welcome to the Graveyard Cowboy Show, this is my co-host, Dr. Jeffrey Plummer, child psychologist, and then he comes on and he's like, well, it's really good to be here, Graveyard, and I'm glad to be on radio. I've always wanted to do this type of thing and to be able to share all my thoughts. And I'm just glad to have you ask me to be your co-host. And I was wondering if you had any, particular questions about psychology you wanted to ask. And when Dr. Plummer would say stuff like that, I would not do the little aside now. I would just stay right in it, and I'd be the Graveyard Cowboy now, and I'd say the psychology question I wanted to ask is, what is the most vulnerable age in childhood? And Dr. Jeffrey Plummer would say, well, I'd say about 12 or 13. That is very accurate. That is very accurate, Dr. Plummer. That was a difficult time. And then we just go on like that and have the whole conversation. And then the Graveyard Cowboy can also come on and he can interview somebody else. And I do enjoy creative things. I do acting. My impersonations are very much a work in progress. But why not practice impersonations on air? It's like, why practice off air and then come on air after you're ready? Why don't you just use on air for practice? And then the real show will be when I'm a national celebrity. So I got about 2 years on that. So I'm actually doing okay right now. And we'll just practice. And as the Graveyard Cowboy coming on, I would like to welcome about the NCAA basketball tournament. We are in the Final Four, and I'd like to ask the announcer, Marv Albert, to commentate on the Final Four of the NCAA.
Yes, Graveyard Cowboy, I am here tonight and pleased to be talking to you on air, and I have to say, I like Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin has what it takes.
Now, Marv, as you're talking about how you like Wisconsin, I'm a little taken aback because I'm wondering, Wisconsin has a lot of white guys, and people have got to be shrugging their shoulders to see such a predominantly white team in the Final Four. I mean, I'm kind of kidding, of course, but I'm kind of not. I mean, this is a different type of team in many ways.
Yes, I mean, Kaminsky has been playing fantastic basketball, and I think they're different mainly because you don't know who's going to hit you each night. I mean, it could be a different starter, it could be two starters, it could be a team effort. Wisconsin has 5 individuals, 6 individuals, hell, 12 individuals, and they also have a unit. You usually don't get that combination of individual talent pieced together with the ability to play well as a team.
Now that is excellently put, Marv, and I understand, and I'd like, as the Graveyard Cowboy, to endorse Wisconsin right now to win the NCAA tournament, although I know it will not be an easy road. And also, as the Graveyard Cowboy, I would like to announce that my show is going to be coming on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. to 12, 9 p.m. to 12 Thursday nights, and I'm going to play a little bit more from the Dick Almighty.
What the fuck is your name, motherfucker? Long Rod, Fat Frank, Stiff Peter, Stiff Peter.
I'm gonna let you guys in on a private personal part of my life, and ladies, listen up, I may just save your relationship.
They took a dick from California, transferred that motherfucker to Washington, D.C., and it fucked the nation.